I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Blake Lively has had her share of clashes with celebrities, past and present, and you won't believe some of the names on this list. Before Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively became Hollywood's golden couple, Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson in 2008. But by 2010, that marriage came to an end. And do you know what else happened in 2010? The filming of Green Lantern, starring none other than Ryan and Blake. Production began in March 2010 and wrapped in August the same year. People on set couldn't help but notice the chemistry between them. It was undeniable. They were playful, flirty, and constantly touching. The twist? They were both in relationships at the time, Blake with Gossip Girl star Penn Badgley, and Ryan still married to Scarlett. Their Green Lantern press tour only fueled rumors further. Even though they claimed to be just friends, they spent plenty of time alone together. Ryan even admitted later that he knew he'd crossed a line. Just 3 months after that press tour, Blake ended things with Penn. And in the same month, Ryan announced his split from Scarlett, who later said he was never home toward the end of their marriage. Scarlett once spoke about the struggles of being with another actor, without naming names. She said, "The logistics of being with another actor are challenging, especially when both careers move at the same pace. Even when one is more successful, that can be tough too, it creates competition." Now married to comedian Colin Jost, fans believe she was referring to Ryan. It was even rumored that competition was one of the reasons behind their split. Around that time, a Daily Mail source described Ryan as an overbearing control freak. They said he was more traditional, while Scarlett was fiercely independent, and that he didn't like seeing her outshine him. And now, with the It Ends With Us controversy, where Ryan reportedly rewrote parts of the script, people are starting to connect the dots, wondering if he likes having control in his relationships. Then came a shocking claim. A waitress said she saw Ryan and Blake having a romantic dinner in December 2010. It was just the two of them, she said. They were laughing, flirting, it looked like a date. If you didn't know who they were, you'd think they were a couple. That's why many believe Blake played a role in Ryan and Scarlett's split. Although none of them have ever confirmed it, Ryan and Blake did open up about their early days, saying they were just friends at first. Ryan recalled, "We were buddies. We both happened to be single and went on a double date. She was with another guy, I was with another girl." According to them, romance didn't blossom until after their breakups. But still, the rumors haven't gone away. Writer Kat Carnell recently dropped a bombshell, claiming Ryan did cheat on Scarlett with Blake. In a now-deleted tweet, she said, "Fun fact, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds hooked up while he was still married to Scarlett Johansson, hiding out in a New Orleans hotel during Green Lantern." And yes, Green Lantern was filmed in New Orleans. Kat even claimed the couple silenced early reports by threatening the journalists involved. Now, even though it's rare for exes and new partners to stay friendly, Scarlett reportedly can't stand Blake. Insiders say the two actresses go out of their way to avoid each other, never attending the same events or parties. Some believe that tension runs deep, right back to the alleged affair that ended Scarlett's marriage. And as for Henry Golding, while he didn't have any direct issues with Blake during A Simple Favor, let's just say, not everyone in Hollywood sees her as America's sweetheart. The actor stars alongside Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively, and according to reports, there was plenty of tension between the two actresses on set, despite playing complicated best friends in the film. Henry Golding admitted he grew up admiring both Anna and Blake on screen, and when he finally got the chance to work with them, he was terrified. He said, "It was quite a small set. It's easy to get nervous about it. There were days I'd think, what am I doing here?" Henry eventually found his footing, but he confessed to doubting himself many times, feeling intimidated by both actresses. While some say his reaction came from pure admiration, others believe it had more to do with the rumored tension between Anna and Blake, which made things uncomfortable for everyone on set. When Henry was later asked about the alleged rift between the two, he insisted they got along well, but fans noticed how nervous he looked answering that question, like he was choosing his words very carefully. That brings us to another celebrity who's had issues with Blake in the past. Reports suggest there was a serious feud between Anna and Blake while filming A Simple Favor. What makes it even crazier is that the two reunited years later to shoot the film's sequel, which officially wrapped in April 2024. The rumors trace back to the first film's production in September 2017, when things allegedly went downhill after Anna made a joke about Taylor Swift, and from there, things got messy.
Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively had a feud while filming A Simple Favor?
I think they got on pretty reasonably well, I think.
Further details began to surface about their time filming A Simple Favor, after a screenshot shared by a crew member appeared to confirm that Anna and Blake couldn't stand each other, and by the end of production, they weren't even speaking. They started acting like enemies, forcing the studio to step in and remind them to at least pretend to be friends during their press tour. But that didn't help much, since their playful banter often came across as genuine hostility. Although Anna may have been joking, it didn't seem that way during a BuzzFeed interview. The two spoke about a call time change that left Anna waiting an hour for Blake to arrive. Anna laughed and said, "That was the day I decided I hated you. We were all talking trash about you." She even repeated the same line to Blake's face later on their press tour. However, it seems those feuds may finally be behind them, now that they've reunited for a simple favor too. But Blake's tension with co-stars doesn't stop there. She also had a strained relationship with Gossip Girl co-star Leighton Meester. While they weren't enemies, they also weren't the best friends fans imagined them to be. There were plenty of small clashes on set, over costumes, screen time, and attention, especially as the show neared its final seasons. Reportedly, none of the girls wanted to be outshined, and each wanted to be the main focus. At one point, Blake was said to be upset that Leighton's wardrobe budget had increased. She felt that, given her success outside the show, major creative choices like that shouldn't happen without her input. In 2017, executive producer Joshua Safran clarified the rumors, saying, Blake and Leighton were not friends. They were friendly, but not like Serena and Blair. He explained that their personalities were simply different and there was no major conflict. Still, reports claimed they began to avoid each other, with castmates quietly picking sides. And while Princess Kate Middleton never dissed Blake, the opposite happened when Blake made fun of Kate over an alleged photoshopped image. Around that time, Blake posted her own edited picture lounging by a pool to promote her cocktail brand, something she later apologized for after Kate revealed her cancer diagnosis. Then there's Blake's on-set romance with Penn Badgley. Their relationship blossomed during Gossip Girl and included some sweet moments, like Blake buying Penn his first iPhone and helping him avoid drinking since she doesn't. But their love story didn't last. Penn later admitted the breakup left him heartbroken, saying working with his ex every day for 6 years was an endurance test. After filming, he was in a dark place, living out of trash bags, and his now-wife Domino Kirk described him as a little lost when they met. Before Ryan Reynolds, there was Leonardo DiCaprio. The Titanic star, known for dating women under 25, began seeing Blake when she was 24. Though their romance lasted only 5 months, they were spotted together often on vacations and dates. It's said that Blake had a quirky habit of sending Leo photos of a doll to express her feelings, something insiders described as both unique and slightly eerie. But things fell apart when Leo wanted to settle down, and Blake wasn't ready. A source told Us Weekly, it was too much, too fast. Blake just wasn't ready to take that step. The breakup hit Leo hard, and during filming for The Great Gatsby, he reportedly locked himself in his trailer, frustrating director Baz Luhrmann. Not long after, Blake moved on with Ryan Reynolds, and the two eventually married. But in 2016, things got awkward when Blake and Leo crossed paths again at the AMFAR Gala in New York, with Ryan right there. Witnesses said Leo kept smiling and winking at Blake, while she nervously tried to avoid his gaze. Ryan, on the other hand, was furious. Sources claimed he even warned Blake to stop looking at Leo, though she couldn't help herself. While they've had no public encounters since, it's clear Blake and Leo now live very different lives. She's focused on her family and image, and Leo, well, has made it known he's not quite over it. And strangely enough, Zendaya also found her way into this mix. At the Michael Kors fashion show, body language experts claim Zendaya threw subtle shade toward Blake and Emily Blunt, a move Emily seemed to catch instantly.
Oh, Muffin, it's so hard being you.
No, but like, I really would really like to be a Disney princess.
I'm sure that dream will come true.
I'm sure there's
because a dream is a wish you're.
Zendaya later responded to the rumors with a tweet saying, I was looking at the runway. Speaking of subtle shade, Blake's It Ends With Us co-star Brandon Sklena also seemed to take a jab at her. During an interview, when asked what made it easy for him to fall in love with Blake on set, he hesitated, and when Blake encouraged him to answer, he said, I could tell you it's. You could say Blake's really nice things. I'm just a really good actor, you know?
Like smooth as pie. It should be smooth as silk or whatever.
Easy as pie.
Yeah, and smooth as silk. But
I'm a really good actor. He went on to add that working with Blake was really challenging. Blake laughed it off, joking that Brandon preferred rehearsing his scenes in front of a mirror rather than with her, which she found pretty funny. The last celebrity.
My mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me, yeah, I sort of like struggled.
On this list is Justin Baldoni. While he hasn't directly spoken against Blake, the ongoing drama surrounding It Ends With Us, and the fact that he recently hired a PR crisis manager, seems to speak volumes. Justin also sent what many saw as a subtle message when he announced that he wouldn't be directing It Starts With Us, saying, I think there are better people for that one. I think Blake Lively's ready to direct, that's what I think. Apparently, Justin was trying to keep things professional while hinting at their rumored tension over creative control and direction during the film's production.